Okay, I thought I would do a little video to show you how I mix my bread. So this morning I fed my starter, and I started out with 95 grams. And so how I know that is that with this jar, when it didn't have anything in it, I weighed it on my kitchen scale. So I know how much it weighs. So then I just weighed it with the starter in it, subtracted how much the jar weighs, and I knew that that was the weight of the starter in there. And I think today it was 95 grams. So to that I added 95 grams of flour and 95 grams of water. And the way I did that was that every time I zeroed out my scale before I added the next ingredient. So then you don't have to use multiple containers or whatever, or take it out of this container. Okay, so that's that step. So that was done earlier this morning. So that was like at 7 o'clock. It's about 12:40 now. I just kind of know how long it takes for my starter to about double. It may be a little bit early, but I want to go ahead and get it going so I can bake bread later tonight. Okay, so the next thing is I'm going to take 385 grams of water. And so what I'm going to do is take this little measuring cup, put it on my scale, zero out my scale, and then I have some warm water here that I'm just going to start pouring in until I get to 385 grams. And this is just a recipe that I think I sent it to you that I found online that seems to be what's working for me right now. So a little bit more. I like to combine the water and the starter first and then put that in with the flour. All right, there's 385. Okay, and to that I'm gonna add 90 grams of my starter. So I'm gonna zero my scale again, and I'm gonna get a spoon. So 90 grams of my starter. And this says a third cup is the same as that. I think when I did that once, when I measured it in a measuring cup, it ended up being more like a half a cup. But let's see. So that's 70. $86, so just a little bit more should be 90, and it's okay if you're a few grams off here and there. Okay, that's 98, so that's a little much, but it'll work out fine. Okay, now I'm gonna get a little whisk. Actually, I've done this with my hands before, but use a little whisk today. Mix those together, and then after that is mixed up, I'm gonna do measure 520 grams of bread flour, and that is also the kind of flour that I used when I fed my starter earlier today. But whatever you've got going that's working for you, that rises and all that, will be fine.